subject to monitoring at any time. Thank you for using IC Solutions. You may begin speaking now.
Hi, Omar.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you tonight?
Well, I'm doing all right. A friend just passed away just yesterday, and he was in here with us. His name is John Edwards. He passed away in the hospital, but, bless his heart, we'll pray for him.
He was in the hospital?
Yeah, he was in the hospital, I think, for a few weeks. They said he had cancer, and, this place didn't treat him, and his attorney didn't try to get him out or nothing. He was been in here for so many years as well. I even typed a motion myself to get him out of here, about 2-3 months ago, and his attorney basically wouldn't file it. John asked his attorney a few times to file it, and he never did. And his attorney is he's an ex-federal prosecutor, and in my view, he's technically still a prosecutor. It's just horrible what happened, but just calling in. Other than that, he was older. He was like 75.
Well, our condolences are with you and his family and everybody who's gonna miss him. That's really bad news.
Yeah, we all miss him. Even Ryan Bundy, when he was here with us, we were trying to help him and help him get out. It's just unfortunate,
And he was bunkmates with Mel Bundy, I think.
Who was?
Mel Bundy was in his bunk, I think, for a year.
Oh yeah, possibly, because Mel was in another unit for a little while, and then he was here in our unit as well. I became good friends of all of them, Mel, Davey, all of them, O'Shaughnessy, Todd Engel, Ryan Payne, I was able to speak to Ryan Payne just the other day for a few hours, so that was cool.
Well, that's good news. How's he holding up?
He's doing good. He's got a large sentence to do, so he'll be out of here, probably in about 8 months or so. Be home. That's good news.
And I was wondering if you could describe to us, if we haven't seen your video that you put out with the evidence being planted in your car, that would be good to describe it for people who haven't seen the video.
I think I did talk to Rudy about it a little bit. The whole situation. Well, see, some people say that the video alone doesn't show anything. Well, my whole take is that they're not supposed to go in their pockets regardless. But on top of that, there's a lot to my case, which I'll have to show at trial. But, including the collection of evidence, the chain of custody, the whole way that they preserved it, and also, the forensics and all the reports that they did on it, it's all inconsistent, and it has a main two-day gap in when they collected it to when they impounded it at the headquarters, which, it shows a big, where was it for 2 days, and it has a lot of issues of possible tampering with evidence, and stuff like that. Were you able to watch that video? Did you get a chance to check it all out?
No, that's why I was asking, because I haven't seen it myself.
Oh. Yeah, well, the detective that was on the scene, his name is Michael Kitchen. He was interrogating me with a ski mask, and it was just unreal. And he took me away from the officers on the scene. And then this same detective is the one who helped collect the evidence. And then 2 days after my indictment, he gets arrested. For a bunch of horrible stuff like robbery, battery, and attempted sexual assault, or something like that. And anyways, he gets fired, and he gets convicted for some of the charges, and he only gets probation for it, right? while I just languish in prison here, you know, while this man gets probation and he was facing life. I mean, this is unbelievable. So they give better treatment, you know, to people that are officers or law enforcement. It's just, you know, I just want my trial, you know. But it's just horrible what they do.
Have you got a date set for your trial yet?
No, I don't.
Oh, gee.
I haven't had it since January of 2017, and I was completely prepared to go, and the government tried to continue, and I said, no, I objected, and I said, you know, I demand my speedy trial. I'm not waiving it, and then the judge ruled in my favor on a couple pretrial motions, and I filed my jury instructions, my, you know, voir dire, witness list, and all that stuff for trial, and the next day, we go to counter our call again, and the government says we're appealing we're taking back our continuance, and we're going to appeal the decision to the Ninth Circuit, which had me sitting in limbo ever since. So that's what's going on, and so I'm just waiting on these appeal issues, and then I can finally go to trial. But yeah. Hey, by the way, I had a friend that was looking up online or on your webpage. I think. Were you able to still get on the interview between me and John Lamb put on there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We uploaded that a week ago.
Okay, because I thought he said he couldn't find it. He said that there was a couple calls with me and Rudy or something like that.
Well, there's. It's mirrored. We mirrored the video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If you could just double check, because I think I don't know. He said it's not there, so.
Yeah, well, YouTube is playing some serious games.
Okay. So how is everything else holding up? Is anything new going on out there? Did
you look into the Damaya case at Supreme Court decision?
Well, I wasn't able to find it. Was there a ruling on it?
It's due any day. They've had the time to make the decision for a long time, and their time is running out to make the decision. It could be this week, and if it's not this week, it'll be, you know, in a couple of months.
Oh, okay. Well, when the ruling comes down, the computer, the access we have here is like months behind. It's about possibly like 3 to 6 months behind. So even if it came out today, I wouldn't have access to it.
Ask your friends about it, because I bet a lot of guys are waiting for that decision to come down. It's about vagueness in a crime where there's no victim. We're all praying for it, because a lot of political prisoners where there's no victim at all will walk out of there if that decision comes down right.
Well, I pray for that.
Me too.
There's actually a motion I'm typing right now about ambiguity, vagueness itself, on the statute for, you know, ex-felon with a firearm, where the statute reads, you know, in possession of a firearm which has been shipped, you know, in interstate commerce. Well, it only says has been shipped. Well, that's present tense. And my indictment says having been shipped in interstate commerce. Well, that's still present tense, or like an ongoing. You know, has been is something that's like ongoing or active in the or something that has been completed. You know, it's not past tense, which would be had been. Well, the model jury instructions reads which had been shipped in interstate commerce. So why are they charging me for present tense, but they're trying to try me at trial for past tense?
Good question.
You know what I'm saying? And no one ever brings this up, because it skips past their mind. Because this interstate commerce clause doesn't affect people. The interstate commerce ceases once it enters the state. And people, you know, people don't understand that because interstate commerce has nothing to do with me. I didn't ship no guns, or I had nothing to do with commerce. But so I think that's. Yeah, I'm gonna argue that that's ambiguous.
Right. If you can ask your friend that can't find the YouTube video to send us an email, then we will send him the link.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. I'll do that. And yeah, so how many political prisoners are on the page?
Well, we've got Schaefer Cox, Charles Dyer, and then David Hinkson. Have we sent you a business card? Because their photographs are on it. A lot of the photographs are on there.
Oh, I received a postcard from you guys.
Okay, well, I'll send you out a business card because we put their photographs on there.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I heard Todd Engel's on there too. He's in here he's right in here next to me. And he lives right next to me.
Todd Engel.
Yeah, he's on the Bundy case.
Right. Yeah, I know the name. I'm just trying to think. Is he the one? He's waiting for sentencing? Is that Todd?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got the same lawyer, Markowitz, that another one of our political prisoners named Jeffrey Winehouse has. You could tell him about that. Jeffrey Winehouse was known as Bulletin Man. And he had a bulletin exposing all the corruption, and he ran for sheriff and he ran for coroner. And the corrupt police department shot him 6 times, point blank range with, I think, 40 cal hollow points. 2 of them bounced off his head, 2 went in his chest, and they thought he was dead. And, you know, the funny part is Jeff had a undercover secret agent man camera on his wrist, and he caught the whole thing on camera. And the camera didn't turn up until 6 months later because he was in the hospital. They didn't even know it was recording. And he caught them doing it to him, and then they charged him with what they did to him, and he's in jail for like 30 years. For nothing. But Markowitz seems to be a good lawyer helping him. And Todd.
Oh, yeah, he's a great lawyer. Great, yeah. He did a great job. I read some of the pleadings he filed for Todd. You know, I heard he was doing some guy's case. Yeah, I think, is that guy you're talking about down in like the East Coast somewhere?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I heard about it.
Yeah, his name is Jeff Winehouse.
Yeah. Well, I hope Todd gets out of here soon too. I hate to see him here with me.
When is his sentencing?
All the people that are wrongfully in prison. So.
Do you know when Todd's sentencing is?
Off the top of my head, I want to say April. Wait, no, I'm sorry. I think June. I think
June,
they pushed it off.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but they pushed it off a little while.
Well, we sure hope you guys get out of there. It's not right. And there's an organization called PANDA, P-A-N-D-A, and it's People Against the National Defense Authorization Act, which locks prisoners up before trial, where they can't mount a defense properly.
Hey, by the way, I tried to look that up. Is that P-A-N-D-A-A or it's just one A?
Oh, good question. Oh dear, let me see if I can see it. Panda. P-A-N-D-A-A. Let's see. N-D-A-A. Search. Oh, here, yeah. Oh, it's double A. P-A-N-D-A-A. People Against National Defense Authorization Act.
Do they have an address I could write?
I think it's pandaunite.org.
Pandaunite.org?
Yes.
Okay.
And Idaho passed the strongest NDAA bill in America. Idaho has the opportunity to be an example in defending the people within their state. Great news and great work from Panda. Still lots of work to do.
Oh, is it for Idaho? It's within Idaho?
Well, I think that's where it's passed already.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look into it.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And
I just wrote a bunch of foundations because I'm taking my detention order up to the Supreme Court as we speak, and I'm trying to get some support on it. Oh yeah, you guys, your website did post my petition, which explains everything on how it's expired and unconstitutional. And I have a few attorneys who agree with me, and I'm hoping I can get a good foundation to support me on the way to the Supreme Court.
Hey, Omar, do you have access to email in there? Sometimes prisoners give access to email.
Yeah, I do. I have core links.
Oh, you do? Okay, we need to get you on core links. You want me to give you my email address?
Sure. Yeah,
it's ruddAvis@yahoo.com. ruddAvis@yahoo.com.
Gotcha.
And also,
yeah, I'll add you.
Yeah, add me. And that Pandas thing my wife is talking about, they don't have an address I see that you can write to, but if you send me what you want them to see, they have a web form letter, like a contact form, and I'll take what you write in core links and I'll put it in this web form for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll do that. So just check your email after this call, maybe like 10 minutes after the call, and it might be in the spam mail, just to be sure.
Yeah, I'm very familiar. I've got like 20 people on my core links, so I'm very familiar with how to look for it, and sometimes it takes like 24 hours to get approved, but I think, yeah, if we get you on core links, we'll be able to communicate a lot better, and that if you have your friend send me that, send me an email from him, I can send you the link, I can send him the link of where we uploaded the Roger Roots interview.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have my father contact you. I think because I also had him forward a lot of my emails to a bunch of foundations and websites about this matter, about the bail reform stuff, and I'll have him forward that to you as well, so you can forward it on to Panda and any other foundations you think would want to join this petition, or on an amicus brief possibly. Okay.
Now, just to let you know, the website, Year of Jubilee, has a page called List of Other Prisoners, where we have you listed in alphabetical order, and then we have a Dropbox link where you can click on a Dropbox link and it'll go to like legal documents that come from your father, or if you mail me a letter, what I'll do is scan it and put it in that Dropbox. But that's different than the YouTube channel where you have to search your name, you know, to find videos about you. I think we've uploaded probably several phone conversations with you, as well as, you know, the Roger Roots interview that we got off Facebook.
Okay, yeah, that's what I heard. That's awesome. That's cool. So, yeah, I'll have him do that, and you know, like I said, thanks for your support and your prayers. You know, it helps, and I just hope this ends soon. Get back to my family and my son, who definitely needs me. He's only 8 years old, you know.
You still don't have any idea whatsoever after all this time of when your next court date is? I mean, do you have a date that we should have in mind?
I have no clue.
Wow, that is so bad.
Yeah, I'm hoping in the next few months I get a trial set.
Next few months. Everybody that I tell your story to is shocked that you've been in jail this long without a trial date, and they say things like, "Well, you should put in for a speedy trial motion or something." But I'm sure you've done that, right? I mean, I don't know all the legal stuff, but I'm sure.
No, I've done all of that. They've denied everything. If you just look at my docket, it's just unbelievable. They just ignore or deny everything they can, and it's you can't even fathom what they're doing, and you know, you can't even call it land of the free anymore.
What was that guy that he interviewed you with a ski mask on, and then he was later had his own crimes? What was his name again?
Michael Kitchen.
Kitchen, like Kitchen.
It's all explained in that video But hey, I think he's gonna cut us off soon.
Okay.
So you guys take care. But yeah, well, I'll communicate in the emails and we'll talk like that. So
okay, sounds good, Mr. Qazi. We'll talk to you. Okay, God bless.
Bye.
Bye.